Welcome into 5 on your Sideline. I'm Corey Miller, and we have got some fun on deck. From NFL dreams coming true to Mizzou and the Lou, and yes, of course, the latest with that red-hot soccer team at City Park. We've got it all, but we got to start on the Prep Diamond. O'Fallon on the road at Belleville East, and the man with the golden hair and the golden arm on the mound again for the Lancers, MLB draft prospect Xander Meath. The Panthers gave him all he could handle today. Gets out of a jam with a nice strikeout right there. Here's a highlight for both teams. Ian Dispasquale smokes one for East. That's going to be good for a run, but the Lancers won another. A great play from O'Fallon at the plate says nope, and O'Fallon wins on the road 3-1. Battle of two good teams out in Eureka. Wildcats hosting the Seckman Jaguars. Seckman strikes first. It's going to be Nathan Higgins hanging with that pitch. He deposits it down the line. That's going to chase a run home for Seckman. Eureka's going to hang tough at home, though. Here comes a filthy pitch on a strikeout. Look at that bender. And the Wildcats end up winning this one 6-4. Big boys now. Let's go out to L.A. Last time the Cards were at Dodger Stadium, this happened. 700 for Albert Pujols on Apple TV+. That was also the broadcaster for tonight's series opener. Cards got out to a 2-0 lead in the first. Lars Nootbaar scores on that wild pitch to open things up. But the California kid, Jack Flaherty, ran into some problems. Mookie Betts steps up and smacks a leadoff home run. And then old friend Jason Hayward coming up is going to tie it with a single. Right now, the Dodgers lead 3-2. Well, the best part about any draft is seeing dreams get realized in real time. Kids become millionaires and hometown heroes in the blink of an eye. And we have some local ties in this ongoing NFL draft. Highland, Illinois represent. Iowa tight end and former Highland Bulldog Sam Laporta is now a Detroit Lion. He went 34th overall to Detroit in tonight's second round. Laporta joins a talented roster in Detroit and could see the field almost immediately. The Lions also drafted Tennessee quarterback Hendon Hooker tonight. It's been a longer wait for Antonio Johnson. The former East St. Louis and Texas A&M safety has had the agonizing task of waiting to hear his name called at his draft party through the second and third rounds. Somebody is going to get a real steal with this kid coming up in the later rounds. Illinois standout cornerback Devin Witherspoon was taken 5th overall by the Seattle Seahawks last night, and 2 more Illinois DBs were taken tonight. Only 5 Illini players have ever been taken higher than Witherspoon in the history of the draft. Witherspoon is actually Illinois' first-round pick in more than a decade. From a 0-star recruit heading into Champaign to a top overall pick in the NFL, it has been a whirlwind for the cornerback.
It was dope. I can't even really describe it and put it into words, but just like, kind of like the world lifted off my shoulders for real. So it was just very exciting. I'm glad that it happened. It definitely feels worthwhile, but we still got a lot of work to do. You still got to prove yourself in this league. Man, this league is amongst the best of the best. So you got to go out there and compete every day.
Well, before too long, we'll be ready to see the next crop of college football stars take the field for the next season. Mizzou has some of them. We caught up with head coach Eli Drinkwitz in St. Louis this week to talk about coming back to St. Louis for a game this fall, the state of NIL at Mizzou, and what he needs to see from that all-important QB battle heading into this season.
You know, at the end of the day, St. Louis is the leading alumni base for the University of Missouri, and we got to tap into those fans. You know, I say this all the time. You can be a Chiefs fan, you can be a Blues fan, Cardinals fan, Royals fan, but we all need to support the University of Missouri because we represent our state. And so we're trying to tap into that, and so excited about that opportunity. And, you know, we got some really good players from the city of St. Louis, and I look forward to those guys coming back and playing in the Dome, too. It's a special thing. NIL has an opportunity for the University of Missouri to put itself in contention to play for a championship. Whether you're talking about basketball or football, if you can help student athletes build their brand at a high level and they can make a significant portion of money doing that, then you're going to attract the best players in the country to come play for you. You know, 40% of the state's GDP is right here in St. Louis. So obviously this is an awesome opportunity. You got 2 top 50 media markets with St. Louis and Kansas City that players ought to be able to build their brands, and so we're looking to maximize that opportunity. Like I said, I think it's a great equalizer. some of the best players in the country are right here in this state, and we got to do a great job of presenting an opportunity for them from an NIL perspective that makes sense, for them to come write their own story at the University of Missouri, for them to write their own legacy. I mean, I think everybody's got to approach it as, number one, they got to demonstrate committed leadership to our football team and really rally the team to all pursue the same things. And then, two, at the end of the day, they got to get our team in the end zone. Who's going to be the most effective at getting our team in the end zone? We have a list of characteristics that we look for at quarterback, and then we have our kind of our 11 sayings. We don't need a celebrity quarterback. We need a battlefield commander.
Let's stick with Mizzou, and it's baseball's turn. One of the wildest catches you're ever going to see. Cam Chick dives. The ball bounces up on his head, on his shoulder, then back into his glove. Are you kidding me? He makes the catch, but Florida got the win tonight, 11-1. Coming up, City SC is gearing up for their third match in 7 days. It's a familiar opponent on the way to St. Louis. Stick around. We'll be right back.
This 5 on Your Side St. Louis City SC coverage is sponsored by Together Credit Union.
St. Louis sure waited a long time for Major League Soccer to arrive, and they are getting a lot of it in the past week. Tuesday was a lot of fun against Union Omaha in the MLS US Open Cup, but the MLS schedule resumes tomorrow against Portland. Here's how the team is tackling the schedule, losing their star striker Klaus to injury, and hoping to make the job a bit easier for their keeper.
Yeah, I thought we put a lot of good things to the test on Tuesday night. Just to be flexible, had good variations, good structure, and I think that's the most important thing. And it's about us finding structure. We let that get away from us a little bit last week in Colorado. Fixed it up, midweek, and now we move on again. Excited about this game to host a good, rejuvenated Portland team.
Yeah, obviously Klaus is a great player, and you can't just. He's very important to the team, hopefully he's going to be back very soon. But we also have a lot of other very good players. I think Nico did very well the last couple of games, always when he played as a striker. And as Bradley said, he will find a solution. I think we have enough good players and enough good solutions to handle that.
I think there were games where Roman would have liked a bit more action, and then he at least made one key save per game. I think that's what the stats are currently. Even with the onslaught that Colorado had, I think Roman saves, if you value expected or big saves per game, he's at 1.1 saves per game that are, really goal-saving or big contributions in between the sticks. So, we value Roman. We know what we have in him. I would feel more comfortable if we didn't give off as many as we did the other night. And for sure, we've reflected, we've had a look at video, and we're making sure that, we want to right the wrongs.
That was the first time now. We had 3 games in 7 days, but we handled that very well so far. In this Open Cup, for example, everybody was 100% there. The mentality was good, and that's going to be very important in the future as well, because when you have these games, it's tough to play 3 times with the same lineup. So I think we did it very well, but in the end of the day, we have to keep that up in the future as well.
I'm really excited for Sports Plus on Sunday night. Frank Cusimano sits down with Mizzou head basketball coach Dennis Gates after a whirlwind year, and I have a story I know you're going to love. This is 103-year-old Larry DeCampo. Every Wednesday, you can find him out at Baldwin Golf Course for his weekly league. At his age, Larry is easily one of the oldest golfers in the area, maybe the entire country. But like most of us, he's still chasing that elusive ace. How long have you been playing golf?
Since 1936.
Not many people could say that.
No, but no holes in one.
That was my next question.
Right. I thought that might be the next question.
Larry's a lot of fun. I think you're really going to like it. That story, Sunday night at 10:30 on Sports Plus. That will do it tonight for 5 on Your Sideline. I am Corey Miller. Have a great weekend, St. Louis.
That ball comes out. It's off his head, his shoulder. I don't know if it ever touched the ground.
He got it. That's an out. As far as I just witnessed.
That one gets through. Mendiola, third. There goes flag out. Mendiola across for the run.